Mayday, Mayday. You know what that means? No, not the Russian New Year, but another computer video. Yep. What's in store? No introduction necessary. Hey guys, Ben here. For today's video, since I figured I've been a little bit behind on my video making schedule because of work and being engaged and the whole 9 yards, I figured I'd sneak in a quick video for May, since I didn't get my VCF East footage uploaded for April, just because I've been so damn busy. I figured I'd make this video about this vintage laptop. Now this is a Fujitsu Monte Carlo laptop from around 1996-ish. It's got a 100 megahertz Pentium processor, about 40 megabytes of RAM. Originally it had an 810 meg hard drive, but I swapped that out for a 2 gigabyte IDE to SD card adapter. Here's the inside if you guys want to take a peek at that or a gander at that. Interestingly enough, most laptops around this era had a trackball, but this one has a track stick similar to IBM's track point on their ThinkPads, except instead of being here between the B, G, and H keys, it looks like an actual touchpad, and the buttons, the left mouse button is, well, buttons, because you can click on either side, is up here, and right mouse buttons are down here. Interestingly enough, this one has 2 Windows keys. Most laptops from the time either didn't have a Windows key or only had 1. This one has 2. Kind of interesting. Got a little status display here, Monte Carlo, Intel Inside Pentium, contrast adjustment here. This actually has an active matrix TFT panel, which is nice because a lot of people know what it's like using a passive matrix laptop. 3.5-inch floppy here, CD-ROM here, which I had to replace because the original one was broken when I got this. Volume wheel here, just like on the old Toshibas. I miss that feature. TRS jacks for headphone in and line in. DC in jack here. Battery on this laptop is completely dead, by the way. It does not hold a charge at all. But you probably expected that, so why am I telling you that? Anyways, PS2 mouse and keyboard ports here, RS-232 serial here, DB25 parallel, VGA, 15-pin VGA here with the screws. Now, one thing you must remember about these Fujitsu Monte Carlos, this is the laptop's hold switch. If it is in the triggered position, the laptop will not boot. So make sure it is in the off position because I thought this thing was dead when I first got it because I pressed the power button. I got activity on the mini display, but the system wouldn't power up, and then I realized this was actually the problem right here. So don't make the same mistake I did, kids. Anyways, dual PCMCIA card slots here. This is the locking mechanism here, so 2 Type 2 cards or 1 Type 3 card, and behind this port is the proprietary, I believe that's for the docking station, either a docking station or, actually no, I'm sorry, that's the external floppy connector. Wow, great English there, Ben. So here's the bottom of the laptop in case, let me just zoom in on that in case you want to read that. I'm too lazy to zoom, so I'll just bring it to the camera, but there you go. Pause if you want to read that. And yeah, the battery in this thing is actually similar to modern laptop batteries. And apparently it's not getting power now? Or is it because I flipped the switch? Oh, yeah, it's because I flipped the switch. No wonder. Yep, see, I told you. I told you that switch was a bitch. Oh, and actually the system is now booting up, which I didn't really want to do. But let's go into setup here. Let's actually go to setup because I want to show this thing off. Move the camera a little bit closer and we'll zoom in on the display. So believe it or not, its CMOS battery amazingly still works. That is one good thing about this laptop. I got this on eBay, by the way. So it's about 5 after 5 in the evening, May the 1st, May Day, like I said, 1.44 megabyte floppy, 3.5-inch drive. C drive is a 2 gigabyte SD card, IDE to SD adapter. There's our CD-ROM drive. I believe it's an 8-speed CD-ROM, if I'm not mistaken. We got 40 megabytes of RAM. Other than that, let's see if I go under video features, if it tells me display, flat panel, compensation. Select compensation. Actually, I don't even... let's change values. Change values as space or enabled. What does compensation do? I'm assuming that's like stretch, maybe? Flat panel, CRT, simultaneous, oh, it's flat panel. You know what? Let's change that to let's turn compensation on. If I'm understanding that correctly, I believe that would be panel stretch maybe? Let's see. Let's see what that does. Oh yeah, that is panel stretch. I figured that's what it was going to be just based on what I was reading there. But yeah, no, that is how you enable panel stretch on this. Nice. Anyways, there we go. There's your information screen starting Windows 95. And yes, I did it off camera. I did install Windows 95 on here with all the drivers. Have not really installed much in terms of games or any programs on here. But yeah, there's your glorious Windows 95 boot screen. Dang it, turn the volume slider the wrong way. I wanted to catch the startup sound. Grr. But there you go. Basically, so there you go. There's your glorious Windows 95 bitmap wallpaper. Do a few quick things on here. So we'll go into the properties here. So we got Windows 95B, OSR2, registered to me, Pentium processor, 40 megs of RAM. All drivers are accounted for, well, except for this, because this is actually not supposed to be here. So I'm actually going to remove this because this, you know, the sound works anyways. Who cares? Who cares if that's not supposed to be there? I would remove it, but you know what? This being Windows 95 and it's a plug-and-play audio device, there's a reason people called it plug-and-pray back in the day, if you know what I mean. Oh, hey, what do you say? Anyways. Yep, so the battery shows 100% remaining, but it does not actually work, so don't ask. Oh, and I think I left my Windows 95 CD in there. Oh, yeah, I did. Silly me. And to prove that this is a genuine Windows 95 CD, fun story about this CD actually. So this is I actually used an official Windows 95 disk to install Windows on this thing. Actually, my Hebrew teacher gave me this copy of Windows 95, and I did have the original COA, but I lost it like an idiot. And I had the original case too. It came with an Acer PC from 1996, and yeah, it was it's Windows 95 OSR2, and I used that to install on the Fujitsu. I can't play too much of this video, but this is what everyone loves about Windows 95.
Happy Days is filmed before a live audience. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, live.
The speakers get very loud on this thing. Yeah, I can't play much of that because of can't play much of the good old Weezer video because copyright, and Good Time is probably the same thing. But let me play a video that actually I actually can play, like the Windows animations by Bill Plimpton. These I can play. I just can't play the Weezer video too much because can't play too much of the Weezer video because if I do, the copyright mafia will brutally murder me in my sleep. But as you can see, video playback on this is very smooth, even without a Pentium MMX. For a regular Pentium, it actually, remember when Microsoft's slogan was, "Where do you want to go today? Welcome to Windows 95. All you got to do is click Start." Wait a minute, that's Vista. Why am I saying that? Anyways, got good old hover on here. And yes, of course, one obligatory thing you must do when you install Windows 95 is, of course, copy the fun stuff folder over to the C drive. And for those of you who watched one of my previous videos, I actually played, or attempted to play, I should say, hover on an IBM ThinkPad 755C, and well, that didn't go through very well. That didn't play very well. The game literally was almost unplayable on that thing. You could barely play hover at all on that thing, like legitimately. But as you can see, hover works a heck of a lot better on this computer. So I'll be quiet so you can hear the music. we go. Beat the first level there. Good job, starting level 2. Yeah, I'll show a little bit of level 2 because last time I only showed a little bit of most of level 1. So, but yeah, this is before DirectX and Direct 3D. So for and whoa, almost fell out of the level. Yeah, believe it or not, I have actually never played Hover because guess who wasn't alive in '95? Yep, you're talking to him. Well, you're watching him right now, I should say. Wasn't born until 2 years later, unfortunately, so I missed out on good old Hover and the Windows 95 craze, but... Oh, yeah, apparently I got stuck. Oh, those are teleporters. Okay, I gotcha. Well, yeah, let's get out of that. I figured I'd show a little bit more of the game, just because I like ya a lot. I don't take that too seriously. Let's go back into our C drive. Actually, I didn't want to close that out. Let's go to the Windows directory. And this time, let's hear a what Canyon really sounds like. Or should sound like on a laptop. Not what it sounded like on the IBM. Now that's what Canyon should always sound like on a laptop. Well, I mean, it's not as. I mean, the wavetable is not as good on, you know, with ES. The ESS wavetable isn't as good as, like, you know, the Roland wavetable, but still, MIDI wavetable that is, but still. Oh, and since we didn't hear the full startup sound, here you go. I said, here you go. There we go. Okay. And I can play a little bit of Passport too, because why not? Let's see how Passport sounds on here. there you have it. A real playback of Canyon and MIDI on a real computer, of course. Anyways, yeah, I don't really have much else installed on this thing. I mean, I haven't really had time to go through and install like all the software on here, but or any cool software on here. But so it's just your standard Windows 95. But you know what? I'll figure some. I'll get the stuff installed eventually. Before we go, though, let's take a look at what resolution we're running. I believe this is an 800 by 600 panel, and apparently the control panel just crashed. Nice. Or no, Run DLL 32 crashed. Is this the whole thing for the control panel? Yep, and it crashes Explorer, and wonderful. Okay, kids. Well, guess what? This is when you got to insert your Windows disk and reinstall Windows. Fun. Fun. Well, you know what? Let's try to shut down gracefully. Nope. Now I can't even open up Task Manager. So we got to do a forced shutdown. Or just unplug the power, because I apparently unplugged. I think actually the reset switch is on the back. Well, you know what? Well, this is wonderful, because you know what? This could make for a good troubleshooting video. See, even a simple quickie video can't go without something going wrong, basically. Like, literally, this is the problem I have with 95, literally, and I don't really have this problem. I had this problem in 98, too. The control panel literally gets corrupted, and you end up either having to run ScanDisk to fix it, and if that doesn't fix it, then guess what you have to do? You have to reinstall Windows. But luckily, I don't have anything on here, well, except for... I mean, well, the good thing is, too, here's the other thing I forgot to mention. If it does turn out to be a problem, you know, where I can't actually go into the control panel because of whatever dumb reason, I think I might just extend the video length a little bit. So if Explorer crashes again, then I'll show you guys how to do a repair install of Windows. Nope, it worked this time. Okay. Yep, alright. So, display, does that crash? Alright, but let's try display, though. Where's display? Oh, there you are. There we go. Alright. Must have been the Fujitsu program that decided to just frickin' poop on us there. But yeah, there we go. We're at 800 by 600, small fonts. Alright. Oh, the joys of not having, of 16-bit applications and unreliable versions of Windows. You certainly don't see that with modern Windows, now do ya? Anyways. Alright, we had one little hiccup there, but you know what? It's not a Ben Kleinberg video without something going wrong. Anyways, take care, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like. They help out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.